ball up. Muyamba. TRA check back that time. Bereza with the catch. No score, 13th minute, Montreal and Atlanta preseason action today. This group should go 60 minutes on both sides. Here comes Montreal looking for the opener. Cut back, well positioned, Bartosz Slish with the clearance. Shande Silva brings it down. Slish drifting to the right. Mentioned it off the top. Atlanta has been focused on the build-up play. It's something that they've talked about after both of the preseason games so far. You're seeing them consistently today look to work on that aspect of their play. Wiley to Williams. Montreal very high line at midfield. Lennon's run went unrecognized. Cobb back to Gazan.
Hey, Sudu! Sudu!
Brad Gazan finds Caleb Wiley. He turns, hits the Jets. Wiley. Lays it off to Firmino, back to Muyamba. Attacking half now, possession for Atlanta. Cobb, Lennon. Saba. Back to Cobb. All the way back to Gazan. Williams to Cobb. TRA made a run. Cobb couldn't find him. Wiley. Silva. Nice 1v1 defending as Silva couldn't find the way around Huan. Silva back to Wiley off the throw. Muyamba. Lennon all the way out wide to the right to Saba. Cobb. Lopchenitsin. Finds Muyamba. Nifty first touch. Tristan bouncing off of Montreal defenders. Back to Slish. Through ball attempt, a little too much on it. That's why they play these preseason matches. Second appearance for Slish, still getting accustomed to the movements of his teammates. Not on the same page with Lennon that time. Montreal under significant pressure. Breza. Nice job to find Jabang. Bang's pass doesn't get to Huan. Silva with the interception. Great turn from Shande. Cobb to Lennon. Noah Cobb. Williams. Cobb across to Lennon. Floats one down. Flag is up on the far side. That high line from Montreal making it difficult for Atlanta to find space. Good organization for Montreal under first-year manager Laurent Courtois. Atlanta forcing the turnover. Silva. Wiley to Williams. Barley making a run this time through the middle. Atlanta trying to find those lanes. Gazan to Cobb.
He's coming!
TRA pressing Breza, but that's a comfortable pass for Montreal. Pressure picking up now. They don't want to pin Montreal in their own half here. Samuel Piet. Sosa, wonderful ball with the left foot. Huan. Piet turns, dispossessed. Firmino to Silva. Slish took that away from Piet. Here comes Atlanta down the right now with Lennon. Williams to the left to Wiley. Heard Gonzalo Pineda say control and patience quite a bit. Playing against a team with a high line like this one, it's going to test that. Wiley to Silva. Silva spins back. Has Muyumba. Silva. Muyumba. Edge of the 18, takes it to the end line. Left-footed cross. Breza swings at it. Might have gotten a touch. Montreal able to clear. Great control to bring that one down and draw the foul. Sanusi Ibrahim, the 21-year-old from Nigeria. 4th year with the club. Ibrahim, 6 goals, 4 assists in all competitions last year. Atlanta wins it back again in the middle third. Williams. Lennon back to Cobb. Williams back to Gazan. Left-footed ball over to Lennon. Inside to Bartos Slish. Good 1-2. Lennon can't keep it under control though. Montreal back to Breza. That triggers Atlanta's press. Earns them a throw. Jamal TRA immediately took off when that ball was played back to Sebastian Breza. Wiley to Silva. Back to Wiley. Into the 18. Cut back, cleared. Muyumba wins it back. Lennon. Slish to Silva. Back to Slish, over to Cobb. Good pressure from Montreal, and is able to deal with it. Gazan rescues that, gives it back to Derek Williams. Cobb. Lennon. Slish. Saba made the run. Slish could pick him out. Well defended by Montreal once again. Swarming pressure from Atlanta, but Montreal's able to pass out of it. Nice turn by Wanyama. Looking for the run over the top. That didn't materialize. Gazan controls it just outside of his 18. Montreal setting their defensive line at midfield. Cobb has Lennon in some space. Lennon on the dribble, beats one. Tight roping the touchline, looking for TRA. It's intercepted by Jabang. Piet back to Wanyama. Ibrahim back to Wanyama. Intercepted by Silva. Nice track back from the winger. 2 goals, 3 assists last year in 10 matches for Atlanta United. Joining the team in mid-season, Sean De Silva. Big expectations in 2024 for him. Lennon back to Cobb, back to Gazan. Montreal picking up the pressure now. Muyamba finds the free man in Noah Cobb. Muyamba forward to Slish. Wiley. Silva at midfield. Has the 1v1 with Huon. Decides to play it forward to Wiley instead. Good first time cross from Wiley, just out of the reach of Saba. Lobjanidze runs it down, drops to Lennon. Lennon slips a pass through. Cut back, cleared. Muyamba tried to cut that back into the path of Nick Firmino. Great pressure from Saba Lobjanidze to knock that away from Iliadis.
Recover, Shande, but inside. Recover inside.
Throw Montreal down the far side. Nicely defended by Noah Cobb. He's had an excellent preseason so far. Silva. Preseason, we talk a lot about combinations on the field. The Wiley-Silva one could be a lot of fun. Atlanta tried to find the combination through the middle that time with Brooks Lennon making the run. Breza cut it off. Here's Silva and Wiley combining. Nick Firmino. 16 goals in MLS Next Pro last season for Firmino. Made the All-League Best 11. Cobb down the right side. Long run for Lennon. Cut off by Sosa. Sosa draws the foul. First year with Montreal for Joaquin Sosa. On loan from Bologna. Developed at Nacional in Uruguay. 22-year-old former Uruguayan youth national team player. Already seen that left foot on display a couple of times. Down the line, heavy touch, throw Atlanta. Lennon back to Cobb. Williams back to Cobb, up the line to Muyamba. One back by Montreal. Good immediate pressure from Atlanta, force Montreal backwards. Jabang. Corbo intercepted by Williams. Every time Montreal regains possession, Atlanta hits another gear with their pressure. Derek Williams. Muyamba. Wiley. Get a look there at Gonzalo Pineda and his staff. Probably heard Gonzalo a few times on the call. Closed door friendly. You're catching some of the vocals from our coaching staffs today. Montreal back to their goalkeeper, Breza. Big switch brought down nicely. Montreal exploring the left side. Back into the middle. Jabang, Breza. Back to Jabang. Forward to Wanyama. Sosa to Jabang. Breza well out of his 18. Comfortable with the ball at his feet until he gives it away right there. Commentator's curse, huh? Wiley, Williams. Shande Silva blows past one. Has Wiley out wide. Silva, Muyumba. Silva quickly back to Tristan Muyumba. Williams, Lennon. Kazan runs it down, Noah Cobb. Cobb over the top, flag goes up. It was Nick Firmino who made that run. Cobb and Firmino not quite on the same page that time. It's Nick Firmino. Firmino and Cobb played quite a bit together with Atlanta United 2 last year. Here comes Montreal. Huon. Jabang in midfield. Over to the left to Sosa, brought down by Toy. Iliadis, Jabang under pressure from Saba. Sosa there to bail them out. Now Piet turns. Good ball down the right from Piet to Huon. Huon cuts inside of Wiley. Lays it off. Not on the same page with Zuhir. Slish there to clean everything up for Atlanta in the 29th minute as we're about to cross over into the 30th. Cobb to Lennon, back to Noah Cobb. Good ball to pick out Wiley in some space. Space at a premium the way Montreal's defending today. Firmino, Muyumba. Two-man game. They involve TRA. Here comes Montreal. Good ball to Mason Toy. Cobb there to defend. Toy stood up by Cobb. Excellent 1v1 defending from the Atlanta teenager, Noah Cobb. TRA back to Williams. Lennon. And that's halftime, a couple seconds early for the first 60 minutes. Gonzalo Pineda checking on his options. It looks like Ronald Hernandez is going to come into the match sooner rather than later. Mentioned that it's Caleb Wiley's first appearance of the preseason. He hasn't been on the same fitness buildup as everyone else. Most everybody's at 60 minutes now. Caleb hasn't gotten those 2 games in before, so likely going to see Ronald Hernandez here in the second half of the first 60 minutes. Wiley looked sharp, though, in the first 30. No Yorgos Yakimakis today for Atlanta United. No Stian Gregerson either. Both here, but not playing today. We'll see about Saturday against the Tampa Bay Rowdies. 3 o'clock kickoff for that one. You can also watch it on atlutd.com/live. You can listen on 92.9 The Game and the Odyssey app. Mike Conti will be joining me for that one down here in St. Petersburg. Brooks Lennon there. Career year last year. In an interview so far in preseason, Lennon is looking to have an even better 2024. Double-digit assists in 2023. This is a player that has been right there on the edge of U.S. men's national team call-ups. Should have been an MLS All-Star in 2023, in my opinion. One of the more underrated players in Major League Soccer, Brooks Lennon. See if Atlanta changes anything up about the way they approach the second half. Not very direct in the first 30 minutes. Again, focusing on the buildup. Haven't been able to time those runs in behind. We'll see how they approach things in the next 30 minutes. Another 60 minutes to follow, and that'll be a different grouping for Atlanta United and probably a different grouping for Montreal. Montreal making the trip over from Central Florida today. They're based at the ESPN Wild World of Sports. Get a look at Club de Foot Montreal. Laurent Courtois, first year as the manager. Great success with the Columbus Crew 2 in MLS Next Pro. I know some of the questions on the Atlanta United fan side of things was Joseph Martinez has been introduced in Montreal. He is here. Arrived late last night. Met his teammates for the first time this morning. Before the match, had a lot of conversations with friends with the Atlanta United side of things. We will see Caleb Wiley replaced for this next 30 minutes. That was the plan going in. Nothing to worry about with an injury, but he will not play in the next 30. Will be Ronald Hernandez who replaces Wiley. Hernandez's versatility has been a very useful asset for Gonzalo Pineda and his coaching staff. Ronald Hernandez came to Atlanta primarily as a right back. He'll play on the left side today. He's played a good bit on the left. He's even featured as a third center back. Gonzalo Pineda talking about the tactics for this next 30. See Firmino and Cobb and Slish. Bartosz Slish, second appearance of the preseason. Maybe a mixed bag in Athens on Saturday against Memphis. You saw some of the great qualities that he brings, also still building those connections with the guys around him. On paper, you have to like the combination of Slish and Muyumba in the midfield. Today, sitting behind Nick Firmino, Thiago Almada has a couple more matches with Argentina's U23s as they try to qualify for the Olympics. They drew in the first match of the final round. Argentina has to get some results in these next two, and they'll finish things out on Sunday against Brazil in what might be a make-or-break match when it comes to the Olympics. Firmino and Derek Williams chatting there. Saw Williams kind of motioning to that run. Firmino, player who is playing as a 10 today, but he's going to try to find those pockets of space off of Jamal Tiare, the number 9. Thanks to all the Atlanta and Montreal fans joining us this afternoon. I'm Jason Longshore here at Al Lang Stadium in St. Petersburg. Let's kick it for 30 more minutes with this group. Hernandez on for Wiley. Don't believe there are any changes for Montreal. If they are, we'll pick them up. Montreal off the restart. Jabang. See Preza coming way out of his 18. He's a couple steps off the center circle. Jabang. Good ball from Breza. Knocked down by Williams, but Montreal still on it in the attacking half. Huan inside. Muyamba comes away with it. Cobb. Lennon. Lennon tries to go inside this time. It's behind Firmino. And able to stand up the attack. Big challenge. Player down for Atlanta. Montreal on it. Huan cuts it across. Lennon with the block. 2 players down. Referee letting them go. Finally blows the whistle. It's Muyamba there for Atlanta, who went into that 50-50 challenge. Go back to that. 2 players coming into it, both getting to the ball at the same time. Wanyama and Muyamba. Looked like Wanyama was still on his feet at the end of that. Muyamba went to ground immediately, but it's Wanyama being helped up. Tristan Muyamba appears to be all right. So smooth in the midfield, just gliding around the midfield. Sorry, it's actually Sunusi Ibrahim from Montreal. We'll restart with a drop ball. Drop to Piet. Montreal will restart at midfield. Sosa. Across to Corbo. Back to Breza. Knocked down by Muyamba. Quick shot. Knocked down. Shouts of a handball. Was he outside the 18? Referee says no. Here comes Montreal at the left. We'll get a look at that here in a minute. Iliadis. Zuhir. Silva. Good ball from Silva to Slish. Slish down the right side to Saba. Saba. Cut back, deflected, gets into the back of the net. We'll take another look at how that happened, but Atlanta United gets on the board in the 34th minute. Saba with the cross. Breza got a hand on it. Saba taking that touch to the outside. It came off of Breza. Did TRA get the last touch? Don't think so. Not sure if TRA got a touch at all. Couple of deflections. That's difficult for the goalkeepers going down to deflect the cross. It comes off the defender in front. He's trying to react. Last touch off of Breza. Unfortunately, and we don't have the official statisticians here, unfortunately, that's typically going to go down as an own goal.